Hello everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to Star Trek Resurgence. This is a relatively new Star Trek game. I mean, it's new to me and I can't wait to play it. Now, this is a Telltale type of game almost, but it's not Telltale-ish. Let's begin! This is a dramatic lab's adventure. The relationships and events you are about to experience will be shaped by your choices.
Captain's log, stardate 57931.4. The crew is restless. After spending too many months piecing our ship back together, we're finally about to venture out on a new mission. And the crew isn't letting this unprecedented ion storm slow them down. They're ready for something different.
That's
I know
good.
I am. Perhaps more than any of them. Fortunately, nothing ever stays the same. It's entropy. Nature of the universe. Change is inevitable. And while entropy says order gives way to chaos, in this case, change is good.
Change is good.
Our new first officer is en route to the Resolute. Jara Rydek. I know she'll bring a welcome dose of new blood to the crew.
Lovely. Oh, what's happening? Oh no. Ooh.
Thanks.
No problem.
I'm not great with flying.
Yeah, don't worry about it,
But
Ensign.
these little shuttles are the worst.
Stick around in Starfleet and you'll be sure to see worse than this. I have.
And you're here to talk about it.
I
In
am.
the flesh.
That's
Reassuring.
sorry, I'm a little anxious.
I
Don't
hadn't
worry about
noticed.
I'm on my way to my first assignment. When we get to the starbase, I'm transferring on to the Resolute.
So
Oh.
am I.
It won't be easy for Jara to step in at the 11th hour like this.
The USS Resolute.
But if she's half the officer I knew she could become when she was a cadet at Starfleet Academy, she'll be the XO this ship needs right now.
Star Trek Resurgence. Yes. I'm excited. Based upon Star Trek created by G something. Change of station. Ah, okay. I can move around. Lovely.
A starbase on the very edge of Federation
Okay.
space.
So it's
Long
right
way from
trigger
home now.
to interact with stuff. Okay, that's good to know. Wow. Look at that. We're in space. Oh my god.
Commander? I'm not usually such a nervous wreck, by the way. I actually did well at the Academy.
Oh yeah?
Maybe you've heard of the Torvalin test?
Sounds familiar.
It's a tactical simulator that makes the Kobayashi Maru look like a picnic on Pintar's 5. Anyway, I finished in the top 20. Not just in my class. I mean, all time. In the history of the Academy. So, there's that.
Really? That's quite impressive.
Thank you. It was tough. But you know, I set my mind to it and it paid off.
It is impressive, but, you know, I would have chosen that simulations don't count, but
Please place your hand here.
for practicing,
Hold
they
it there
do.
for a few seconds.
Commander Jara
Welcome,
ready.
Commander Rydek.
Wait, you're Jara Rydek?
In the flesh.
Absolutely crushed the Torvalin test.
Indeed.
You finished in what, like the top 3?
That would be me.
Now I'm really... It's an honor to meet you, Commander. Sorry, I didn't realize before. I just came off the shuttle and was glad to be on solid ground.
The pleasure is mine, Ensign.
Paul Calloway.
Good to meet
Ensign
you.
Calloway.
I believe Commander Ermot is expecting you. He's in the concourse just ahead.
Right, thank you, Ensign.
See you on the Resolute.
Ooh, I'm excited. I'm excited. Like, this is gonna be a series, and in the next episode, I'm gonna make
day, Commander.
Good day, Ensign, or command, or yeah, good day. I'm gonna make sure to like have like an actual Star Trek uniform, you know, in the next episode, because I just really want to get into it. I really do. I mean, I love Star Trek. I love Strange New Worlds. I can't wait for season 3. You know, the trailer for that looks bloody amazing, and I can't wait to watch it. You know, I love
If I
Picard.
remember my briefing,
You know, I just
Commander
love
Ermont is a Bolian.
I
So I'm
love
looking for
every
someone with blue
single
skin.
one. I just love them all. Right, so I can look at all my options. This is good. This is good.
Starbase 128 has 4 docks.
Wow. Right, so he's over there.
Excuse me.
Commander.
Welcome to the edge of the galaxy, Commander Rydek. I'm Commander Jan Ermot, Operations Officer on the Resolute. Commander,
Commander.
I hope there wasn't too much trouble getting here. This storm isn't making anything easy for us right now.
It was a bit bumpy, but otherwise okay.
My apologies. This storm is unlike anything I've seen before. We're grateful you were able to come fill our first officer vacancy at such short notice. From everything I've
Nothing
read
to
and
worry
everything
about,
I've heard,
Commander.
we're lucky you were available to us. Coming from a premier starship and all.
Spare him hit a
To our
flattery.
research vessel.
You can spare me the flattery, Mr. Ermot. I'm here to work.
Duly noted. I'll stick to the matter at hand.
There it is. In my head, it seems like an appropriate response, but hearing it out
USS
loud,
Resurgence.
it wasn't a good response.
She may not look like much compared to the bigger ships, but as far
It
as science
felt
vessels go, she
arrogant.
can more than hold her own. And she doesn't look so bad considering 6 months ago she was nearly cracked in half, venting plasma, fighting for her life.
How
it was
fun.
an accident?
The equipment malfunction. An accident suggests fault, but no one's to blame. It was a planned test, but the warp core was pushed beyond its limits. It destabilized the dilithium, there was a runaway reaction, and the warp bubble deformed.
Oh.
We thought we could reach a higher resonant frequency, but it was more than she could handle. Cost us our first officer and 22 of our crew. At the end of the day, we're all responsible for each other. That's what it means to be a crew.
I muted this, right? Yeah, I did. I'm sorry for your loss.
I can't even begin to imagine what that must have been like for you. I'm so sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Commander.
It does weigh heavy. There are some things you can't forget.
It's been 6 months. What's the attitude among the crew now?
Unsettled. But I hope that a new mission will help them move forward.
Hopefully so,
If
Commander.
not, move on. Listen. I realize you've known Captain Solano for quite some time. And I'm sure you're ready to bring your best. But I should warn you that when the captain announced you would be the new first officer, there were those who felt it was a mistake, that he should have promoted from within. So you might want to tread lightly at first.
Don't need to get over that. I can
Until
earn
they
their
come to
trust.
value your contributions as much as he does.
Thank you. Always good to have a sense for what you're walking into.
I just thought you ought to know.
I appreciate it.
Starfleet has assigned us a high-priority mission to the Hotari region. I'll let the captain brief you on board. I know he...
Right, so Jara, Carter. Right, so we've got two characters. A mixed first impression with Commander Ermot coming. Right, a mixed first impression. That's not good, is it?
Eager to see you.
Will we be mission ready in time?
We have every intention. The crew has been working around the clock to get the ship ready. There's still so much to do.
I gotta improve on the first impressions. This Carter. Yeah, this would be Carter. There's mold on that, mate.
Stuck. I got just the thing.
Okay. Find the plasma torch. There we go. Yeah, we know it works. Get that sunbirch off. Inside of the circle. Brilliant. Lovely. Lovely job, Ensign. I mean, is Carter an ensign? Or... I feel like he would feel like he's an ensign. I should definitely watch Lower Decks again. I should watch. Yeah, I'm gonna watch Lower Decks again at some point. I love, like, that's like one of the best adaptations of Star Trek. Lower Decks.
I thought the thing was totally fried. Nice work, Carter.
Nothing to it, Neely.
And not a moment too soon. The boss wants us down in engineering. Like, now.
Alright, brilliant.
Everything okay?
I dropped a non-ferrous connector between the coils. Gonna have to remove a few of them to find it, and then...
Right.
Got another hour recalibrating. Ouch.
Oh.
Leave you to it.
Okay. Let's move the probes.
Oh, these are...
Carter Diaz!
Makes more sense than zero G. You're welcome.
Yeah, you're welcome, sir. Yes, I know. At least I helped with one. You know, it's even though I'm meant to be following you, I'm
Glad to see her
helping.
fully operational again. And if she breaks, we'll just fix her.
Junction 34B gives you access to the tubes from the department's
He was in reverse. Where are we going? To the bridge or engineering?
I heard the new XO just arrived. Won't be long before we get underway. I just hope whatever Chovak called us down for, it's something good. I can never tell with him.
Pretty sure it
I'd
will
rather
be.
not end up degaussing plasma manifolds. Hanging upside down makes me queasy.
Ah, what's the matter, Nilly? Afraid of a little hard work?
A little hard work? Really? A little? 6 months of putting this ship back together is a lot of hard work.
Yeah, and here we are. Just about ready to go.
Yeah, I feel like these have a definite, like, sarcastic type of relationship.
Looks like we got here before.
Lieutenant Commander Chovak.
We were just looking for you, Commander.
Chovak!
Petty
Hello.
Officers Edsolar, Diaz. I was beginning to think you would be late.
Well,
We are all hands on deck right now, which means if you are not at your post at the appointed time, I do not have someone to replace you. A point I have been forced to make to Petty Officer Edsolar on repeated
so we're
occasions.
irreplaceable.
Apologies for the delay, Commander.
I do not want your apologies. Simply see to it that it does not happen again.
Alright.
So, I don't suppose you wanted us down here to check in before we go off duty?
Equip yourselves in EV suits to work on the exterior of the hull. I need you to tune the structural integrity field for optimal performance. The subspace distortions and ionic interference we are experiencing are preventing the proper calibration. But this ship must be ready to depart shortly, despite the storm. The precise nature of these disturbances are not fully understood. But many systems have been affected by the wide band of
We'll be
emissive
ready.
activity.
Whatever it throws at us, we'll be ready. We've got the best chief engineer in the fleet.
I am a Vulcan, Mr. Diaz. Flattery is not necessary. All that I require is that you do your job. Right now, that entails critical preparations,
crowd.
because long-range sensors show that these disturbances will be more severe at our destination, the Hotari system. You have your orders. Do not delay.
Yes, Commander
Roger that.
Chovak. All hands on deck.
Oh, what's that?
All hands on deck. That's what Chovak said. You know what that means?
Do your
Means
job.
this ship isn't ready to go out, and the brass know it. So they're throwing every warm body at it. And they're going to leave on schedule. Consequences be damned.
You gotta have some faith, Nilly. Starfleet Command wouldn't send us out if we weren't ready.
6 months ago, I probably would have said the same thing. But this isn't just any old refit or any old relaunch.
Whoa. Excuse me.
A lot of new faces coming on board. It's gotta be tough coming as a replacement. That's for sure.
They seem all right. Something that happened 6 months ago while they were off on another ship? Well, that's nothing to hold against them.
Yeah, you're right. I guess getting a little new blood on board doesn't hurt.
Doesn't
Hold
hurt
on.
always.
Now there's an old face I didn't expect to see again. Hey, Miranda!
You weren't gonna leave without me, were you?
Miranda, you're here?
We thought you were staying on the Adirondack.
Transfer came in at the last minute, so I figured I'd slum it on
So
this bucket of
it's
bolts.
literally just
Looks like
like
you got it back
watching
together
Star
pretty
Trek,
nicely.
almost.
I wasn't sure what to expect.
I'm gonna take the high road here, pretend you didn't say that, and welcome you aboard.
He's a better diplomat than I am.
He still owes me a bottle of Saurian brandy. Don't think I forgot.
Oh yeah, it's coming back to me now.
Maybe Carter can rustle up that bottle and we can give you a proper welcome. As soon as we wrap up this quick little spacewalk.
Quick. I sure hope it's quick. But I don't think it's gonna be little.
Here, let me help you.
Thanks.
So what's the word? Are you back in the security rotation?
Yep. Still running with the usual suspects.
Whoa!
Good to go.
Awesome. Let's do this.
See you on the other side.
Activating
Indeed.
magnetic souls.
Ah. Right. Activate magnetic boots. Whoa, green ion storm. How lovely. Damn, that probably feel weird on your body. You know, the change in how you walk, it would feel weird. At least I think it would feel weird. We must be in here, like, the station must be in the ion store. It must be there because it's like the best place for cover, I'm guessing. And also that evil doesn't spot you. All hands.
Captain Solano should be here momentarily.
Did we just, like, do an entire chapter already? Was Lower Decks just one chapter?
You'll have to forgive me, I don't know much about Kobleons. But my understanding is you need a steady supply of duridium to keep your cell structure stabilized, or bad things start to happen. And we have plenty of duridium in sickbay, so there's no risk of running out.
Thank you.
Feel free to make yourself at home. And help yourself to whatever you like from the replicator.
Oh, I will. Plenty of food. Looking good. Okay, dokie. Let's have a look at this.
The first mineral Captain Solano ever discovered.
Lovely.
Always was the nostalgic type.
Very purple. So I can press left, like L2, to look and see what things I can inspect. Which is, I like that. I like that. It's a.
Can't wait to plot a course myself.
It's a very interesting mechanic. I love it. It's a good mechanic. I will check out the food dispenser, the replicator, in just a bit. Hey,
Still got a thing for trains.
the toy train. Damn, that thing's
The warp
ancient.
engines of their day, apparently.
Wow, that is ancient. Like, ancient. That's ancient history.
We'll be out there soon. Going where no one has gone before.
Bit glitchy, this game. Right. I shall use the
Just a
replicator
sip
now.
of something.
A Rattagino tea
Decisions,
coffee.
Decisions.
Get a Rattagino.
Rack the Gino.
A Rattagino sounds like a very nice blend of a coffee.
That sure has a kick.
Jara Rydek. Last time I saw you, it was graduation from the academy.
Alright,
You'd already
Captain.
secured one of the most prestigious assignments possible. And you were burning with enough ambition to fuel 7 trips around the Necrid Expanse.
It's good to see you again, Captain.
I could not be happier to have you on the Resolute. The only regret is that we couldn't provide you with a warmer welcome. The arrival of a first officer to her new ship deserves a bit of fanfare.
That would be totally unnecessary. I don't need any pomp and circumstance.
You've been here all of 5 minutes, and already you're trying to make us more efficient. I like it. As I'm sure
Indeed.
you've heard, we've had a rough go of it these last 6 months. The ship suffered some damage, but not nearly as much as the crew.
You'll have to forgive me. I don't really know the details.
Starfleet has been kind enough to keep the story contained, probably because they want to protect me. But I don't mind telling you. We were on the verge of a major scientific breakthrough. A quantum leap forward in warp core technology.
Oh.
10,000 teradynes per second. The ability to travel at a sustained rate of speed longer and faster than we ever dreamed. What would have been the crowning achievement of my career. Right there. Within our grasp.
What happened? It messed up?
Until it all went so horribly wrong.
Malfunction.
We
Yeah.
pushed her too hard, and a warp core malfunction overloaded the system, creating a pressure gradient way beyond what the ship can handle. It was heartbreaking. We lost some of our best people.
I'm sorry to hear it, Captain.
As captain, I have to take full responsibility.
You do.
It was my decision to make, and I have to live with the consequences.
You're being too hard on yourself. It wasn't your fault.
It's not a question of blame. It's about responsibility. No matter what the circumstances.
I
In
understand
my
that, Captain,
defense,
but you can't
I
blame
will
it all on
say,
yourself.
I might have avoided the whole ordeal if my senior staff had been willing to trust me. There was a lot of pushback from my former XO. I think that cost me his confidence. I don't want you to pull any punches. Certainly not on my account. But once we decide on a course of action, I need everyone to fully commit to the mission.
Aye, Captain.
Anything short of that just won't work. And that's when things start to go sideways.
Whether I agree or disagree, I can promise that I'll be honest to a fault.
Good. That's exactly what I'm looking for.
I will be
At the end of
honest
the day,
with
it has
everything
to
that
be
I
my
say.
call. Look, I'll be blunt. We can't afford another mistake.
And I'll
Or at
make
least
sure we
I
don't.
can't. I feel like my career is hanging in the balance here. We need a win. Something to restore the crew's confidence.
I understand.
On a more positive note, Starfleet has tasked us with what they're calling a mission of the highest priority. Escorting a senior diplomat to Hotari space. Two previously peaceful and otherwise non-aggressive civilizations now find themselves on the brink of all-out war.
So it's a peacekeeping mission.
I see it as a golden opportunity to not only prove what the Resolute and her crew are truly capable of, but also a mission for which we're uniquely qualified. This ionic storm. Our long-range sensors suggest it's several orders of magnitude stronger than anything on record. A total anomaly like nothing we've seen before. And you'll never guess where it leads.
Hotari.
Exactly. Very nearly in the precise location where we're headed. Where I imagine the interference will be exponentially greater. But the diplomat will brief us on the details of the rendezvous.
Who is the senior diplomat we're escorting?
That I don't know. Starfleet hasn't said.
That's not good.
But I don't want to get ahead of myself.
I mean,
I expect we'll have some rough sledding when we arrive, so I need you to prepare the crew for the worst.
aye, Captain,
There's just
I will.
one more thing I want to clarify up front.
And that is?
The metric that for me will be the ultimate measure of your success.
What is it?
If after serving as my first officer, you don't one day find yourself with a ship of your own, then I will consider it my personal failure. When that might happen is entirely up to you. But it goes without saying, you have my full support.
It's been a dream of mine since before I can remember. So I would be honored to become a captain someday.
As long as you're willing to do the work, you have my promise. I'll do everything in my power to see that it happens.
Thank you.
Come, let me introduce you to the crew.
Lovely. Hey! Commander on the bridge. Oh, this looks awesome. Oh, this is awesome.
Everyone, if I could have your attention for a moment. I'd like to introduce Commander Jara Rydek, our new first officer. Some quick introductions. This is Lieutenant Handar, our helmsman, one of the best in the business.
One of?
Well, what he lacks in humility, he more than makes up for in ability.
A pleasure to meet you, Commander.
Likewise.
Next, we have Commander Westbrook, our Chief Science Officer. I've come to rely on his expert counsel on a regular basis.
Pleasure.
Commander Rydek, it is such an honor to meet you.
This is our tactical officer, Lieutenant Bedrosian, who's been looking forward to meeting you for about as long as I can remember.
I've been following your career for quite some time, and I look forward to learning as much as I can from you.
If anything, the honor is mine.
Well, I have to admit, one of the reasons I've followed your career is because you're part Kobliad, because of what you've overcome. Starfleet stands up for people who can't defend themselves, and you were one of those people once. But since then, you've done so much to protect others who need it. I really admire that. So, you've been something of an inspiration to me. Not that I've done anything close to what you've done, but you definitely set a standard to strive for.
You really do know a thing or two about me. I'm glad I could inspire you, but it's important to chart your own path.
Thanks.
That's most important.
You can count on it.
Focus on your own path.
And then, of course, you've already met Commander Ermont.
Commander?
Please do everything you can to make Commander Rydek feel at home here. I'll be on the starbase. I have an urgent meeting with the starbase commander to get our authorization to get underway. If they drag their feet any longer, we won't make our rendezvous. The bridge is yours.
Thank you, Captain. Lovely. Okay, well, we're sitting in the captain's chair. I activate tactical hollow. I don't want to do that yet. Exo chair. I want to explore. I'm going to explore. I want to talk to a lot of people.
Communications keeps us in contact internally and with other vessels.
I thought we were gonna talk to the officers. Not just
so many decks, full of crew that are now my responsibility.
I.
Science station. The Resolute is a science vessel, primarily. Might explain Commander Westbrook's attitude. I'll have to speak with him later.
Right, that is interesting.
Tactical station. Hopefully a diplomatic mission won't require we use our weapons much. But if it comes to that, we'll be ready.
We shall be ready. We'll be ready. Operations.
Staffing, supplies. There's a lot to keep track of on a starship. Good thing we have Commander Ermont.
Indeed. Oh my god. And that's the helm.
The helm. The Resolute is a refitted Centaur class, meaning it's
Centaur
capable
class,
of quick
okay.
maneuvers. Can't wait to see what she can do.
Okay, we're learning quite a lot. The view screen.
Impressive range of view.
It is impressive for a mirror that looks small. Take seat. Begin command.
Commander, Chief Engineer Chovak needs to lower the structural integrity field. He's sent a crew out to recalibrate the emitters in response to the danger posed by the storm.
Right.
We just need your go-ahead.
Permission granted.
Lowering structural integrity field, now.
Entering maintenance mode.
Ooh.
Condition blue.
Lovely. Blue? Yikes. I'm sure it will do good.
Looks like they turned off the SIF.
Great. Let's get to that emitter.
Let's.
Every time we're out here, I half expect to see her in pieces again.
She's still got some scars on her. It adds character.
I wonder if
When
we...
I joined Starfleet, all I wanted was a ride out of town. But this isn't exactly how I pictured it.
On the outside of the ship?
No.
I wonder if we'll come across any
Sometimes it feels like we're just part of the machinery.
Klingons at all. Or if we'll come across any Romulans.
I mean, Starfleet is noble and all, but it's still a machine.
I am more than that.
A massive, massive machine.
Now, what are you complaining about? We got the best seat in the house out here.
You know,
wanted to get
or
away.
perhaps like maybe
I
I don't
enlisted
know.
because I didn't
Like,
want to wait
could we
years
come
just to
across
get out and see the galaxy.
the Borg? That would be
I wanted
scary.
to go somewhere, see new worlds, look up at a sky no one's ever seen before. Just because I'm cranking a hyperspanner up in a
That'd be
Jeffries tube
that'd
today
be the
doesn't mean
dream.
that's all I'll ever be.
Looking up in space from a different planet, that'd be the dream.
Diaz to Commander Chovak. We are at the SIF emitter.
Acknowledged. You may proceed with the recalibration.
Oh, when you look at that. Okay, so what is it we're doing here? What are we getting? Calibration tool, okay.
Beginning recalibration.
Careful. Too much action and harmonics will deflect the alignment.
Yeah, that's good. Awesome.
Looks good. That wasn't so hard.
Is that good?
Commander Westbrook, right? Chief Science Officer.
You remembered my name and my rank. Impressive.
Attitude.
Yes, I am the Chief Science Officer, and I have the dubious honor of being the most senior officer on this bridge. I know this ship inside and out. Better
You
than
think
just
highly of
about
yourself.
Well, I'm so glad you said that. Now I know exactly who to turn to when I have questions.
Questions are more Commander Ermont's territory. Captain Solano primarily relies on my knowledge and expertise when he needs answers. I'm curious, though. A Kobliad, or half in your case, is an odd choice for First Officer, given your vulnerable condition and all. But if, as an example, we found ourselves in a hostile situation, and you were suddenly incapacitated because you needed an infusion, what would happen then? You'd leave Captain Solano without an XO.
I'd watch your tone.
Granted, that would be a worst-case scenario, but not outside the realm of possibility.
Captain Solano's familiar with my condition. I'm sure it factored into his decision. So I'd have to say it's not a problem.
But we should probably have a contingency plan just in case. Listen, can I be blunt, Commander?
I see no reason to stop now.
Commander
Lovely.
Sutherland, your predecessor, was one of the best first officers in all of Starfleet. His record was impeccable and his reputation was without equal. I mean no disrespect, but the shoes you're stepping into are almost impossible to fill. He was loved by the crew. And he was one of my closest friends. So I can only hope that you'll live up to expectations.
Mr. Westbrook, if you have some kind of problem with me, and you just met me so it has nothing to do with me, you're gonna have to figure out how to get over it. Because I'm here, and I'm not going anywhere. Do you read me?
Loud and clear. I'll stick to science. That is what this ship is for.
Very well.
Seeing as Captain
don't like
Solano is
him.
on the starbase, let me give you an update on this ion storm we're flying into. It's unusual, unlike anything I've ever seen. At the moment, I can't tell you if the Resolute will shrug it off or if we're putting ourselves at risk. However, if we learn more about its patterns, its nature, we can come up with a scientific countermeasure. Just a moment.
Oh, what's he done?
We've got a
Oh,
massive energy wave
shit.
inbound.
On screen.
Well, that ain't good.
Tracing its trajectory.
Starbase docking clamps are holding.
The storm's emissions are fluctuating, coming in waves. And if my projections are right, we're about to get hit by a wideband burst of ionic energy, like a tsunami.
That ain't
I'm
good.
reading power abnormalities all over.
Red alert.
Aye. Evacuating main gangway and retracting.
Putting sensor visualization on screen.
With the structural integrity field shut down, we can't take a direct hit.
Time to impact. 1 minute.
Shield systems are severely impacted. We have limited protection.
I need every available solution. What are our options?
We can weaken the impact of the storm with a deflector pulse.
There's a better way.
I'm sending all auxiliary power to the deflector dish.
Send the aux power to the shields. We can't reactivate the entire shield bubble, but it's a directional threat. So we can orient all we have towards the wave. You have to believe me.
We only get one shot at this. We can't afford to get it wrong.
That's right.
Shields up.
Which is why we need to send power to our shields.
Petrosian, get those shields up.
Rerouting power to shields. Stand by. I need a heading. We've only got one shot.
Understood. On my command.
This is good.
Heading locked.
Raise shields.
Please work. Please work.
This is it!
All hands, brace for impact.
What happened? We have experienced a surge of radiation.
Oh, you don't say.
This radiation supercharged the plasma, forcing it to backflush through the system and creating a dangerous imbalance.
Blow out every primary system on the ship.
Just tell us where you need us.
I need you to traverse the hull to the access port to recalibrate the port nacelle plasma regulator.
Well, don't seem too bad.
We've reached the first access point.
Understood. Do you see the override for the level 1 failsafe circuits?
Affirmative.
Engage the override. It should allow us to stop the EPS flow to the warp engine without triggering an automatic core shutdown.
There we go.
Failsafe override engaged.
Are you sure? I am registering some crosstalk in the bypass circuit.
We need to route the signals so they don't interfere with each other.
Alright, how do we go about doing that?
Diaz to Resolute. The failsafes are temporarily disabled. Moving on to the EPS regulator.
Yes, we're doing good.
Heads up, Carter.
What is that?
One of the discharges coalesced.
It's coming right toward us. I'm gonna try to disrupt it with my phaser.
There we go.
So we gotta climb up the pylon. Not that there's really an up, but
Whoa.
you know.
How lovely. Alright, here come more. I shot my... Oh, I can't believe I shot my colleague. Careful! They're actively coming towards us. Not sure what I think about this. Here we go.
We're at the regulator. Opening the access panel.
Yeah, you keep an eye. You
EPS flow to the port nacelle. We have little time before it causes an overload in the engine. You must work efficiently.
I will do, Commander. There we go.
EPS manifold adjusters reset to neutral.
Alright, what is it that I need to sort out?
Lines to the port
Awesome.
engine are back in balance. Almost done. Once I cycle the manifold nozzles, choke on him.
Oh, crud. Jesus! We better get back inside.
Get down! There's the bridge. We just lost the docking clamp. We've got a lot of debris coming down. Hull vibrations, too. We can't finish the EPS regulation in these conditions. Please advise.
We have to release the ship from that other docking clamp or the hull will be ripped apart.
There's a problem. The clamps are supposed to disengage automatically in an emergency, but it's not working.
Not working.
What are our options?
The docking clamps are fitted with exploding bolts for an emergency release.
We've got crew out there. That'd be like setting off a bomb next to them.
Maybe there's another way.
Starbase is hailing us.
Put him through.
Resolute, the remaining mooring arm is failing. You need to disengage from the starbase now. The damage to the station will be catastrophic.
We have crew outside and are looking for
We
the
have
safest
people
way to...
on this station. If that mooring arm breaks, we could lose dozens of crew.
Damn it!
Commander, hear me out. Reverse the polarity of the hull, which theoretically will repel the docking clamps.
And repel the engineering crew right off the hull into the storm.
This is Captain Solano. Put me on screen.
Go ahead. Captain, we have a situation.
Commander, what are you doing? Blow the bolts on the docking clamp.
The captain doesn't know the whole story.
I'm giving you an order. Jara?
Captain, you brought me here because you trusted me. Can you trust me now?
You better be sure you make the right decision.
God, I hope I do.
The captain made himself quite clear.
They're gonna get hammered with debris out there. Reverse the polarity.
There is protocol.
And there are lives.
Starbase, stand by. We're gonna flip hull polarity to disengage the clamps.
Yes, Commander.
We gotta keep our crew safe.
Repair crew, this is Acting Captain Jara Rydek. Be advised, we are going to reverse hull polarity to free us from the remaining docking clamp. Tether yourself and deactivate your boots on my mark.
Understood.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3,
Yes!
1. Mark!
Grab my hand. I got you.
Thank you.
Plasma imbalance
Oh
is
god,
reaching
that's
critical
not good.
condition. We are moments from primary system failure.
I got it.
Yeah, come on. Go on. Get up there. We're gonna blow. Yes.
Look out!
No.
I got you. Petty Officer Edselar's hurt and unconscious. I'm gonna have to tow her back to the airlock.
Mr. Diaz, the situation has changed. You are at risk of triggering a substantial electromagnetic arc if you approach the main hull the way you came.
But Commander, the way we came is the nearest airlock.
There's an auxiliary hatch
We're gonna have
near
to
you on
go
the
somewhere
far end of
else.
the pylon. You must bring Miss Edselar there to access the interior.
Hi.
Roger that. Going there.
Jesus. Nice and easy. That's a lot of debris. But, I gotta say, space is looking very nice. It's very good that it gives you a nice ambient look while almost being at the verge of death.
Auxiliary hatch.
Right, we gotta sort this out now. Sort it out pronto. Alright, we better get in.
What?
Let me save your neck this time. No time to fight me on this. Get in there.
Not on your life.
Let's not let it come down to that.
Oh, crud. Let's go! Oh no, Carter.
We made it.
Yes! We didn't lose any crew.
They're safe, bringing the SIF fully online.
Do it.
We didn't lose any crew. There was no way I was going to do something that would put my crew in danger. No way.
Millie.
I'm good. Help me with him.
Oh. He's
Let's
gonna...
get this off.
Jesus. Oh, he needs
Medical.
need to get
Got
him
one
to
wounded at my
med bay.
location. Carter.
Get him to med
You
bay.
don't look so good.
ASAP.
You gotta be more careful. I just got here. I'm not ready to see you two get blown to space dust just yet. Now let's get you down to sickbay.
Great.
Now, if
Status report.
The repair crew made it inside. EPS flow is back to nominal levels. The SIF is back up.
How does this affect mission readiness, Mr. Ermot?
Releasing the docking clamps using hull polarity minimized damage to the Resolute. We'll have some last-minute repairs to make, but if we reapportion some of the staff, we can make our departure on time. As of now, however, we are successfully moored to the station.
Good to hear. Send updates to my ready room. Commander Rydek, with me.
seriously, you're angry with me because I don't follow your specific orders? Your orders would have got crew killed. No wonder your last first officer didn't agree with you.
You disobeyed my orders.
And in doing so...
Well?
Respectfully, Captain, I made the right choice given the information I had.
You disobeyed my orders! And not just in front of the bridge crew, but the Starbase staff as well. That's going to get around. My name's already tarnished around the fleet. But what is it going to do to my credibility on this ship? From the top to the bottom. Bridge to lower decks.
Captain, I told you I'd be honest, so here it is. Maybe I shouldn't have disobeyed a direct order, but you were wrong. You weren't on board, and you didn't have all the information. So I made the right decision for the ship. If you're worried about your credibility, put your ego aside and trust your crew. Trust me.
You might have won some fans on the bridge with that stunt, but not everyone. Lieutenant Commander Chovak has already bent my ear.
I'm sure he doesn't take it personally. He'll get over it in time.
Mr. Chovak is more complicated than he would want to admit. I guess we all are. And, if I'm being honest, I'm not sure what I would have done in the moment either. You never really know.
I know full well what you would have done. You would have put your crew at risk.
So, let's just boil it down to, you did what you had to. That'll have to be good enough for me.
Thank you for understanding, sir. I'm sure no one knows the burden of command as well as you do.
I'm sure you will, someday.
Yeah, but I won't make the same mistakes as you.
Despite it all, we got our final Starfleet clearance to depart. So if you'll fetch Mr. Ermot, we'll knock out the final details of any outstanding repairs, and we'll set out for Hotari.
Yes, sir.
Aye, Captain. Plus, I'm your first officer. You may be the captain, but, you know, you're meant to listen to your first officer. You're meant to take in your first officer's ideas. And if you think they work, they work. And if you think they don't work, just have trust.
This is my favorite moment, right now.
The start of a new mission is always full of possibility.
The Orion Syndicate could sell it as a drug.
Don't let the Admiralty hear you say that.
Pardon me.
Captain on the bridge.
Sit, everyone. You all know, I'm not big on speeches. We're embarking on the first mission since our refit. Let's make it a good one. Disengage docking clamps.
Docking clamps released.
Thrusters ahead, Mr. Handar.
Oh, what's gonna say? What's his phrase? What's this captain's phrase? What is it?
Set a course for the Hotari system. Prepare to go to Warp 8.
Aye, Captain.
You know what? You take this one.
Okay. I will take this one, Captain. Engage. Do it.
Engage.
Oh yes. Off we go. To seek out new life, new civilizations. To boldly go where no one has gone before. Well, that's the Enterprise. This is the
Easy.
Resolute.
Thank you. I'm fine. Really,
You don't look so good.
Okay, we should probably pop some meds. We should probably pop some meds.
I have to get to sickbay.
Go.
Commander, help me get her inside.
Oh. Oh god, we're in cuffs. Oh, it's not a cuff, it's
Well,
okay.
that was quite a scare. A few minutes more and it would have been one of the shortest tenures on record for a first officer.
Is that the engineer that was out on the hull?
That storm did a real number on him, but he'll live. Just needs rest. You should worry about yourself. Your deridium levels got dangerously low and destabilized your cell structure.
This is definitely one of the more memorable first days I can think of.
My name is Dr. Aram Duval, Chief Medical Officer. To be honest, I've never met a Kobliad before. You're
Rare. I know.
I was going to say special. Your people's numbers have dwindled, despite the Federation's efforts to find a more readily available alternative to the deridium you need to survive. Yet you joined Starfleet, and managed to thrive. I imagine the responsibility must be overwhelming. Maybe even a burden at times.
It can be difficult. It's who I am.
I know what it means. And I know the responsibility that comes with it. But I can't be anything more than who I am. And if someone has a problem with that, or expects something else, then that's their problem, not mine.
That's exactly right.
Exactly.
And don't worry, I won't treat you like a science experiment. I just do the science and leave the experiments to Solano.
You don't agree with his methods?
I don't agree with his definition of acceptable risks. Not when the lives of your crew are at stake. My professional opinion is that the accident took a toll. More than he's willing to admit. He's overstressed, operating in the pressure cooker of his own mind. Which is never a good headspace when the lives of your crew are at stake. What concerns me is that now he's even further away from the thing he's been chasing his entire career. Breakthrough discovery. A major innovation. Something he can put his name on. The more the time passes and the further out of reach it gets, the more risk he'll be willing to take.
I hear you. But that's my job, isn't it? To make sure that doesn't happen. And we don't lose sight of the bigger picture.
Which is exactly why I'm so glad you're here. We need you now more than ever. And I have to give you credit for what happened on the bridge. It took guts to defy a direct order.
Thank you.
Huh. I guess word travels fast around here.
It's a small ship. And everyone's curious about the new XO. Fortunately, your cell structure's almost completely stabilized. And I'll spare us both the lecture, but I do feel it's my responsibility to remind you, without regular infusions of deridium, you will not live. It's as simple as that.
Thank you, Doctor.
Understood.
Then, my work here is done.
Done. Don't we have like the iridium tablets or something to just
Lieutenant
pop
Bedrosian.
every now and again?
I came to see if you were okay. We were all pretty worried on the bridge. No one knew what was happening.
I don't want anyone to worry. This is just part of who I am. It doesn't define me.
Of course. I completely understand. And I would probably feel the same way if I were you. You trusted me earlier with the shields, and I appreciated that. I want you to know that I have your back.
Thank you.
What?
Now, Carter, the emissions that gave you that burn are quite unusual, like everything else that goes with this storm. That's a combination of hyronolin and lectrazine to counter the radiation effects. That should help speed your healing.
Lovely.
She's come by a couple of times to see you already.
Oh,
Be
secret
brief.
admirer? Well, not secret. Pretty sure it is
Good
an
to see you
admirer.
awake again. I was starting to get worried. Not that you aren't in good hands with Dr. Duvall. You did take one hell of a shot, though.
So, be honest. How bad do I look?
You look rugged.
Rugged?
Okay, how about heroic? Millie was looking in on you too, by the way. But since it's just us right now, I had a chance to think about this while I was away. And I thought it was important that I just come out and tell you. Instead of tiptoeing around it. Or worse, leaving it unsaid.
It's okay, Miranda. You can tell me anything.
I know that.
Then come on. Just spit it out.
I'm trying. Let me talk.
You're taking your time.
What I'm trying to say is, we've been really good friends for a long time. But I got back here and I couldn't ignore it anymore. I want to see if there's more between us than just being friends.
You don't have to explain it. I feel the same way. There is something between us.
So, do you want to find out what that something is?
Oh.
It's there for you, and it's there for me. Why not give it a try?
Are you kidding me? I just said yes.
I wanted to be sure I heard that right.
Sorry to interrupt.
Oh,
The patient
that's
needs
cute.
to rest if he wants to get back to his old self.
Of course. I'll see you again soon.
Hi.
Approaching the rendezvous point outside Atari space.
Helm, bring us out of warp.
Dropping to impulse.
Ionic interference surging, Captain.
Shield integrity holding.
We can take it.
We are at the correct coordinates to meet the shuttle.
Commander Rydek, find us our diplomat, if you will.
Aye, Captain. Let's reduce the noise. Filter out environmental signals. I can manually tune what's left for Federation signal
Oh.
types.
Lovely.
I've located
223
the
miles
shuttle.
away?
Opening comms.
On screen.
Shuttle to Resolute. Shuttle to Resolute. Debris field. Lost maneuvering.
Uh-oh.
Losing.
I can't get it any clearer.
We won't get a transporter lock. It's just not happening.
Power up the tractor beam. We'll pull them directly into the docking bay.
Diaz, you good to run the tractor emitter?
Yes, sir.
You sure?
That should be.
I'm sure.
Come on, Diaz.
I think we shall leave it there. Nothing like leaving it on a good cliffhanger. Okay, I can't wait to continue this game. It's gonna be an amazing series. Oh, I'm so excited. Goodbye.